Hello, I am in the process of starting to decorate the journal that's going into this cover. I made this cover on Friday. I have done nothing at this point more with it. I have some ideas for what I want to do. The only thing I know for sure is that I want silver book corners, but the book corners always go on last. So we're going to just set that aside for right now. I am in the process of decorating this, and I thought I would go ahead and turn on my camera and decorate with you. Let's see how to put this together. Now this, I decided I don't like this where it is. I don't want that there. I was going to put it here. I don't like it. I have to put something there because when I printed this, it misprinted, but I really like the other side. So I'll just figure out something else to go in here. It needs, I don't know, a belly band of some sort maybe. I have this really pretty, this is double-sided, and the only problem with the double-sided is I always like both sides. I never know which side I want to use because I want to use both sides. But I'm thinking that that might be a nice little belly band, or do I want that side? I'm thinking this side because we're kind of in this peachy, it really does have a progression. I didn't realize it when I put it together, but we kind of go from pink and blue to, more pink and blue into some pinks and or some corals and blues, and then into some yellows and greens, and then back out to the same. So I think I'm kind of in the yellows. I'm in the coral yellows. So do I have a coral yellow? Hang on, let me get to the right side here. Ooh, I like that page. I like that pink page. I'm going to definitely come back to use that. No, I think I'm going to, well, I don't know. I have that other one. No, it's too close. Yep, we'll definitely use this one. All right. Hi, I'm Cindy. Welcome to my channel. If you have not yet subscribed, please make sure you do so. And this I'm not going to use. I'm going to set that off to the side. Get rid of that. And if you're enjoying these, make sure you're liking them. Okay, I'm going to go with a 1.5 inch strip. And I'll save that for making cards out of. And this can go right here. Now, I could do that as a pocket, or I can do that as a tuck space. It's not really good. I could do it as a belly band, kind of, sort of, if I move it way over. Let's go ahead and use it as a belly band. I'm going to distress the edges just to give it a little bit more definition. So how are you all doing today? I hope everybody is well. Please leave a note in the comments as to what you're working on. Today I am just working on getting this journal up and ready. I will also hopefully be filming. It breaks my heart to not have both sides showing. It's always so pretty, but eventually, sometimes you just have to make choices. I will be doing a video on a journal that I have finished. The sunflower journal is done. I have finished the closure. Okay, I'm going to leave that just like that. It needs a little something, a little dressing up. What does it need? Now this page is all butterflies. I think I'm going to put a pocket over here. I could put a matching pocket. I could make a pocket over here. It's kind of busy. I could just do a pocket out of, I think I like that better. I'm going to leave that because I don't quite know what I want to do. I also have, this was a magazine image that I did a while back. That could make a nice pocket as well, with a little bit of this at the bottom. Put a strip of that at the bottom. She's a little bit big. Can I break a little more of this off? She's a little wide. Right now she is 5¼ inches, and I really only need her to be 5 inches. I don't know, what do you think? Think I'm going to ruin her if I take a little more off? Hang on. Just going to pull a little bit more off the side and see what we can do here. This is very, very brittle paper. It's just ripping. And I can see I need to do a little bit of repair on the frame because it's starting to come loose. But that's not a big deal. We'll just fix that. Okay. That's better. Okay. Put you over here. Let me fix the frame. Isn't this always the way? You start something and then the next thing you know, you're fixing this and you're working on that and it's all, oh, you're trying to come off the whole thing here. Well, that's all right. Let's just put you down there. That might be enough of a fix. Yeah, that works. Now, I was thinking of making this a pocket over here. I think I could still do that. Let's glue it on as if it is a pocket, and then we'll take it from there. It's very rainy here in the Finger Lakes today. We have a flood watch. It is cold. It's in the 50s. And I am a person who loves the heat. I know a lot of you are saying, how could you like the heat? But I do. I did not distress her on the outside because this is actually pretty old paper. And so I'm not too worried about it looking old. It's already looking old. Although, come on, really? You're going to pull up on me? I probably did this with a glue stick, and it's a couple of years old. I did this a while back. So let me just add a little bit of glue along the frame. There. I think that'll do fine. She'll work. And then let me just take a little strip here. And we'll bring that color in over here. That'll help it stick to the cardstock anyway. There. So we're decorating things up. So I now have a belly band tuck space here, and I have a pocket over here. And they match. All right. What I have not done is add lace in, and I will do that all towards the end. I've also not attached my envelope yet. This is exactly where I want it to be, but I haven't decided if I just want to use it like a flap or if I want to tack it here and then do a tuck space. I'm still thinking on that one. All right. I did that. I did that. You know what? I want to go to the other side of that. Where's that page again? Here it is. I want to go to the other side of this. I am going to put laces on the end, but I think I'll just leave it. It needs a little bit of lace on it. I don't know what I want to do, but I'm going to lace up that side. So, what else do I want to put in here? I have a couple of things that I want to do as things that are going to go into pockets that need to be gussied up. I think I'm going to leave that as a fairly large journal card to go into a decent sized pocket. I don't have the decent sized pocket yet. So I need to put in a decent sized pocket. Where do I want the pocket? How about in the middle? I have this. I don't know. Let's try that as a 4-inch pocket. I don't know if I'm going to like it because it's going to end up needing to be backed because it's relatively thin. So let's see what it looks like. Is 4 inches too big? I think 4 inches is too big. So let's go 3.5. Okay. And we're just going to pull just that page out. My thought is to go right here. Now, it's interesting because this is supposedly 11 inches wide, but it's just a little bit short, which is okay because we'll throw a little lace over there and it'll be fine. You can see a little bit of pattern on there, but I do want to back this with something. Do I have any scrap over here that I can back it with? What do I have? Because it doesn't really matter what it looks like. That's not anything that I can back with. That's not a piece I can back. Come on, there's got to be something. There we go. Except it's a lot thinner. It's not quite long enough. Okay, hang on. I'm going to be right back. I'm going to grab a piece of paper that I can back this with. Okay, I have got to reorganize my bigger papers into and get an entire bin that is just stuff that I will never use for anything other than backing, because that was only a few seconds for you. It took way too long for me. All right, so I want to put in real quick a thumb notch. I'm actually going to fold this in half. I'll show you what I used for my backing here. It was a page out of an atlas, good thick heavy paper out of an atlas, glossy. I'll never use that for anything. So we're gonna put a thumb notch here and a thumb notch there. Empty out my container, maybe not. We'll deal with it later. I'm using archival ink. This is Vintage Photo archival ink. It is a little bit darker than the Distress Oxide. And because this is already a fairly dark piece, I definitely want the darker ink on this. Of course, I'm not sure why I'm doing the sides, because I'm going to put lace on there and you won't see them anyway. But there we go. Okay, I'm going to put ink or glue all along the side. Get that off of there. And a good line of glue here. Come on, decent line of glue there. Glue along the bottom. And glue along the side. There we go. Now I want to put this so that it's in the middle. Like I said, I'm not worried about this because I'll put a little bit of lace there. Get you all lined up here. Come on. There. Now we have 2 pockets in the middle of our signature. And if I decide to put a big pocket, that fits. All right, so we're going to just set that aside. That needs to be decorated. We'll deal with that later. Let me find the rest of my signature here. You go in the middle. There we go. All right, so that's all I'm doing today is decorating up the signature, and I will be adding a few more things to it. I need to put some flowers and some, I've got a little bit of a cluster here, but that's too much like that cluster. I'm just going to play here for a little while. If you are enjoying these videos, please make sure you hit the subscribe button, click the like button to let YouTube know that you like them, and have a great crafting day. This is Cindy signing off.